And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Boshamer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College, Brevard, North Carolina, on the mountains of western North Carolina for this USA South Conference men's basketball matchup. Greensboro College visiting the Bosch this afternoon and facing off against the home Brevard College Tornadoes. Brevard still looking for its first win in this young season. 0-3 thus far on the year, coming off a tough loss, 81-72. That was in overtime this past Tuesday versus Swanee in Tennessee, and the Tornadoes playing their second game on their home court. First game was another close one. This one went down to the wire in regulation as well. Berry College 71, Brevard 78. That was the home opener back on November the 12th. Tornadoes have been led this season offensively by L.B. Boyette with 14 points per game, his average thus far this season. Meanwhile, Greensboro enters this matchup 1-5 on the young season. Their one win coming at Ferrum, a 91-79 win on November the 13th. Most recently, they played at North Carolina A&T. Played North Carolina A&T tough, 77-69 the final. Prior to that, a 57-51 loss at home versus Guilford. Greensboro entering this matchup 1-5 on the season. Grayson Collins, the leading scorer for Greensboro with 16.5 points per game. He's also the leading three-point shooter, so we'll keep an eye on Collins. He wears uniform number 4. Matthew Brown with 11.2 points per game, also averaging in double figures. And just below that double figures average per game mark, Kevon Mertens with 9.8 points per game. Leading rebounder is Brown, Matthew Brown for Greensboro. He's averaging 7.7 boards per contest. So we're about 17 minutes away from Greensboro versus Brevard College. So hang with us here. Glad you're able to tune in wherever you may be tuning in from. And we'll bring you USA South Conference men's basketball action coming up shortly from the Bosch. Welcome back to the Boschmer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College. USA South Conference men's basketball just moments away. The home team, the Brevard College Tornadoes, hosting Greensboro College in this USA South Conference matchup. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Lee Burgess, assisted by Miles Leathers. Greensboro's head coach Jim Contamessa in his third season. So should be a good one between these two, Greensboro and Brevard. Brevard still looking for their first win in this young season, 0-3 on the season. Greensboro 1-5. And just moments away from pregame introductions, the national anthem, and then we'll have tip-off between Brevard and Greensboro. So glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. Should be a lot of fun on this Saturday late afternoon in the mountains. And we'll turn it over to public address announcer Ray Gill.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Brevard College Athletic Department respectfully asks you to please stand for this afternoon's invocation, which will be followed by the singing of our national anthem. Let us pray. Heavenly Father God, we just pause right now and thank you for all the blessings of this life, and we thank you for these two teams, coaches, staff, trainers, everyone who has made it here for today's game. Lord, we ask that you keep all athletes safe from injury, and at the end of the game, safe travels on the way home. For it is in your most precious and holy name we pray. Amen. And now the singing of our national anthem by Brevard College student Grace Vault.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's get it rockin'!
Ladies and gentlemen, meet today's starting lineup's first division pride of Greensboro College. And guard 6'1" senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 0, Devon Martinez. And guard 5'10" senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 3, Ty Hill. And guard 6'1" senior from Greensboro, North Carolina, number 4, Grayson Collins. And forward 6'5" senior from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 15, Christian Williams. And in forward 6'7" junior from Orlando, Florida, number 24, Matthew Brown. The Brevard is coached by Jim Canessa. And now the starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. And guard, the 5'10" junior from Deltona, Florida, number 2, David Seeley. And guard, the 5'11" sophomore from Concord, North Carolina, number 3, Charles Reed. And guard, the 6'1" junior from Decatur, Georgia, number 4, Quincy Carter. And guard, the 6'4" sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina,
So Tornadoes and Pride, moments away from tipping off here at the Bonsheimer Gymnasium. Glad you're able to join us. USA South Conference action. And tipping off will be Matthew Brown for Greensboro and Luke Blaynott. 6'8" Blaynott, 6'7" Brown. Check that, actually it was Williams, 6'5" Williams tipping off for Greensboro. So underway here at the Bonsheimer Gymnasium, controlling the action there. Hill. And down low, finding Brown, and foul on the floor. So foul early on by Boyette, just 14 seconds into this one. Boyette, Blaynott, Carter, Reed, and Seeley, the 5 starters for the Tornadoes. Three-pointer there, rattles out. That was Hill. And rebound brought down by Boyette, and first offensive possession for the Tornadoes. Carter swings it around to Blaynott. Blaynott, top of the key. Tried to find Seeley in traffic, and now fast break opportunity for the Pride, and the slammer there by Matthew Brown. And the Pride with the early 2-0 advantage. Matthew Brown capitalizing on that turnover, and then fast break opportunity. Now another fast break opportunity for the Pride. They're pushing the tempo here, and the finish there by Collins. Early 4-0 lead, all in fast break points and all points off turnovers thus far for the Greensboro Pride. Reed. Blaynott, top of the key. Picks up his dribble, finds Boyette. Back to Blaynott, 10 on the shot clock. Boyette from 3. Off the mark. Rebounded there by the Pride's Mertens. And foul there on Reed. So second team foul of the opening half here in the early goings. Also on the floor, so not a shooting foul. By the way, starting 5 for Greensboro: Mertens, Hill, Collins, Williams, and Brown. Here's Mertens, defended by Seeley. Collins from way downtown, off the front iron. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity there for Brown. Brown now into the paint, misses that runner. Finally reeled in there by Blaynott. Now up ahead, fast break for the Tornadoes, and the finish there. Nicely done. Carter with the home run ball there, able to capitalize. So Tornadoes able to get on the board here, 4-2. So credit the assist to Blaynott, the home run ball to Carter. Then a traveling violation on Greensboro, their first turnover. Michael Peters has checked into the game for the Tornadoes. Peters, dual sport athlete, also a member of the men's lacrosse team, sophomore out of Belmont, North Carolina. So he'll get to work down low. Post player for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, here's Boyette. And it's going to be an offensive foul. Nice job keeping his defensive position there, Kevon Mertens. So 17:25 to play. 4-2, Greensboro on top. Paris Crawford set to check in for the Tornadoes. And that's going to be a offensive foul on the Pride. So in back-to-back turnovers, last couple trips up the floor for the Pride. Meanwhile, the aforementioned Crawford checks in. Boyette heads to the bench. Charles Reed bringing the ball up the court for the Tornadoes. Crawford with his first touch. Touch for Peters there. Here's Carter. From downtown, off the glass, David Seeley. So Seeley with the kiss from downtown. 17 minutes to play here. First lead of the game for the Tornadoes after that Seeley three. Put the NATOs up by 1. Three-pointer there. That was from deep NBA range. Mertens off the mark. Credit that assist last time up the court for the Tornadoes to Carter. Here's Crawford. Crawford dribbling into traffic, then gives it up to Peters, right back to Crawford. 10 on the shot clock. Crawford. Here's Carter. Crawford. 5 on the shot clock. Now 3 on the shot clock. In traffic there, and Seeley unable to deliver. And Greensboro comes back the other way. It's Matthew Brown. Brown, the big man off the dribble. Nice pass there, threading the needle. And one opportunity there after the finish by Mertens. Nicely done there. Matthew Brown, the junior from Orlando, Florida, finding Mertens, the senior from Charlotte. Carson Evans checks in for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, Christian Thompson, freshman forward from Graham, North Carolina, checks in for Greensboro. Evans, the exciting sophomore guard from Charlotte. So free throw opportunity here for Mertens. Free throw for either team, and it is good. So 7-5 advantage after the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And Greensboro, after the Mertens free throw, back up ahead 7-5. Here's Evans. Little trap pressure there by Greensboro. Evans and company able to break the press. Evans hands it off there to Carter. Here's Crawford. Crawford from downtown off the back iron. Rebound bounces high and then ultimately into the hands of Collins. Now Collins pushing the tempo. Collins with the left hand. Tie up there. Charles Reed on the case defensively, able to create the jump ball opportunity. We have a timeout on the court, the first media timeout of the contest, 15:41 to play. It's been a tight one so far. Greensboro 7, Brevard 5. Well, back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, 7-5 your score, Greensboro on top. Big win for the Brevard College women's basketball team this afternoon at Agnes Scott, and the Tornadoes 96-59. The win over Agnes Scott. Destiny Williams with 19 points. Shakira Thompson with 18 points. Shakira Thompson, 6 3-pointers. Taisha Washington also in double figures with 12 points. And off the bench, 2 players with double figures. Lexi Shepard with 10, McKenna Parkins with 14. So congratulations to Donald Hudson's club. Big win at Agnes Scott, 96-59 this afternoon in Georgia. Meanwhile, back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, possession here for the Tornadoes. Crawford, and the loose ball there, handled by Michael Peters, then the finish by Peters. So all tied up here at 7. First tied score. There's been 2 lead changes in the early goings here. Peters then with the block shot, getting a piece of that attempt by Thompson. Peters showing some of that vertical. Meanwhile, Evans will reset the offense for the Tornadoes. Here's Crawford. Crawford, Peters. Peters tried to thread the needle there unsuccessfully to Reed. Greensboro was there defensively. Reed hustling back, making things very difficult for Greensboro, and maybe just a little too aggressive there. The combination of Reed and Carter, and it's going to be against Reed. So that's already the 5th team foul against the Tornadoes, so we'll continue to monitor that situation. Meanwhile, checking in for the Nados, Chancey Watson. 14:46 to play here, half number 1. Huggins has checked in for Greensboro. That's him handling the ball there. Then a three-pointer there launched by Collins. It's no good. Rebounded by Watson. Watson, the junior guard from Charlotte Olympic High School. Traveling violation, so a turnover for the Tornadoes. So it's been a bit of an Achilles heel thus far. 5 turnovers in the early goings. 5 minutes and 31 seconds have elapsed in this one. We're all tied up at 7. Greensboro and Brevard. And traveling violation the other way. So teams trading turnovers. That's the 4th turnover on Greensboro. Tornadoes shooting 3 of 6 from the field. Tornadoes 1 of 3 from downtown. Greensboro 3 of 9 shooting, yet to make a three-pointer. 0 for 4. Peters from the top of the key. It's off the mark. And here comes Mertens the other way, pushing tempo. Mertens weaving, kind of a Euro step there, then follow his own miss for the second chance points, and Greensboro back up ahead after the Mertens bucket. Mertens leads all players with 5 points. Here's Carter. Little out of sync there, Carter and Watson. Turnover Tornadoes. Meanwhile, substitute for the Pride. Maj Platt. So Platt has entered the contest, the freshman from Southwest Guilford High School, Greensboro native. 13:30 to play here, half number 1. In the low block there, defensive rebound by Crawford. And Crawford leading the offense. And then nice give and go there. Carter returning the favor to Crawford. And Crawford with a great look right at the rim. He's fouled by Thompson. And Crawford will go to the line. These are the first free throw attempts for the Nados. First free throw off the mark. Tornadoes shooting 76% as a team in this young season from the charity stripe. And Crawford makes 1 of 2 free throws there, so 9-8 now the score. And once again, Greensboro pushing that tempo, and a quick foul there. It's going to be on Crawford. Team foul number 6. $13-12 to play here. Period number 1. Tornadoes and Pride, USA South Conference action. Evans on the defensive case there against Huggins. Tight man-to-man defense by the Tornadoes. Well done defensively there by Peters, making things difficult on Platt, and then an over-the-back call on Platt after the miss. So the Tornadoes basketball there, 13 foul on the Pride. Here's Evans. Hands it off to Carter. Crawford. Watson. Back to Crawford. Crawford triple teamed. Greensboro playing a bit of a matchup zone. Here's Crawford. Crawford in the paint. Count the basket. It's good. Paris Crawford. So Crawford able to get some nice position, streaking into the painted area. as Ty Hill checks back in for the Pride. Paris Crawford, the junior from Atlanta, Georgia, North Springs High School. And he is true with that free throw attempt. And Crawford now with 4 points after that three-pointer the old-fashioned way. 12:30 to play here, half number 1. And that's going to be a foul on the Tornadoes. And now a bonus situation. We mentioned the team foul situation for the Tornadoes early on here, and it's resulted in a bonus situation here after that foul by Carter. Mertens will go to the line. Mertens, senior guard from Charlotte, North Carolina. Basket is good. 12:25 to play here, half number 1. So he will be rewarded with another free throw here. Hayden Castle's checked into the game for the Tornadoes. Second free throw good as well. Collins checks back in for Greensboro, the leading scorer for the Pride. Evans able to cross midcourt despite some pressure there from Hill. Peters from downtown off the front iron. Here come the Pride. 12 minutes to play here, half number 1. 11-11 your score at the Boshemer Gymnasium. An offensive foul there on Platt. So team foul number 5, and that'll bring us to a media timeout. 11:57 to play here at the Boshemer Gymnasium. Your score, Greensboro 11, Brevard 11. Back here at the Boshemer Gymnasium, Brevard 11, Greensboro 11. Brevard shooting 44% from the field, 4 of 9, 1 of 5 from downtown. They've hit 2 of 3 free throws. Greensboro 4 of 13 from the field, 0 of 4 for downtown. Evans defended tightly there by Hill. This game's been tight since the beginning. Largest lead has been a 4-point advantage by Greensboro in the early going. Castle. Watson, 10 on the shot clock. Castle along the baseline. Here's Peters. Peters dribbles to his left, hands off to Crawford. Trying to beat the shot clock. There's Castle off the mark from downtown, so neither team shooting particularly well from beyond the arc. And the score remains 11-11. Going up high there for the rebound was Watson. Nicely done there. The Charlotte, North Carolina native. Then Watson hands it off to Castle. Evans. Crawford. Crawford from downtown. It's no good. So the three-point shooting woes continue. Tornadoes 1 of 7 now, and Greensboro 0 of 4. Meanwhile, foul there by Peters. Already 8 fouls by the Tornadoes here in this first half, and still not to the midway point of the half. That was the second personal on Peters. Carter checks back in, and also checking in Ryan Smith. 6'7" freshman, so Smith will replace Peters. So Smith, Peters, and Blanot, the primary big men, along with Hayden Castle. And Smith getting a look here in the first half after that second foul on Peters. Evans, here's Castle. Smith from downtown, it's no good. So Tornadoes now 1 of 8. 10:30 to play here, half number 1. Dribbling to his left along the baseline, down low, and the finish there by Matthew Brown. So matching their largest lead, 15-11 now the score. Brown now with 6 points to lead all scorers. Leading scorer for the Tornadoes, Crawford, with 4. So Blanot checks back in. So Castle and Blanot in the front court for the Tornadoes. Evans, Carter, and Watson on the perimeter. And now checking in David Seeley. He'll replace Carson Evans. 10:09 to play here, half number 1. Low-scoring affair thus far. Teams still trying to get into their offensive groove. Both teams struggling, especially in outside shooting. Long two-pointer there. It's good. So Matthew Brown able to rattle home that long two-pointer. And Brown now with 8 points to lead all scorers. 9:37 to play. Largest lead for Greensboro. A 6-0 run at the moment. Seeley. Watson. Long 2 for Watson. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity by Carter, then a rejection there, but another second chance opportunity as Blanot came up with it. Credit the block there to Matthew Brown. Carter, step back, 3, it's no good. And rebound there by Cassius Gary, junior from Gatesville, North Carolina. Off the hand of Blanot, it will remain Greensboro basketball. 9:03 to play here, half number 1. Well, great to see members of the Brevard College football team here in attendance. Beating Seeley off the dribble there, then taken away promptly by Blanot. Now up ahead, fast break opportunity for the Tornadoes. Now Carter decides to reset the offense, dribbles to his right. Here's Watson. Watson had a look there momentarily to Castle, then brings it back to Blanot. Blanot. Castle from downtown. It's good. Hayden Castle. So perhaps that's the spark the Tornadoes needed after a 1 of 9 start from beyond the arc. Hayden Castle, the senior from Kingsport, Tennessee. Dobbins Bennett High School draining that three-pointer, and that got the crowd here at the Boschmer Gymnasium going. Then big rebound there after the defensive stop. Rebound by Blanot. Nice job defensively. Carter in particular on that last sequence on the defensive end. Here's Watson. Watson dribbles between his legs, then taken away there by Collins. Collins with an open lane to the basket, and fast break finish there. 8 fast break points thus far for Greensboro, who's now ahead 19-14. So Greensboro getting it done with those points off turnovers and also turning those takeaways into fast break opportunities. Here's Seeley. Seeley finds Carter. Carter from downtown. It's no good. Hill. Strong drive there, then kicks it back out. Going up high for the rebound there is Gary, then a rejection. Then Luke Blaynot going up high. Able to pull down that rebound. Blaynot making his presence felt on the defensive end. Rim protector. And with 6:55 to play here, half number one, Greensboro 19, Brevard 14. Media timeout on the court. Here at the Bosch. Back here at the Bosch Gymnasium, Tornadoes trailing 19-14 to the Greensboro Pride. Tornado ball underneath. Watson doing the honors. Castle down low to Blaynot. Blaynot. Triple team, kicks it out to Watson. Watson beats his defender off the dribble, and the finish, the finger roll by Watson. And Watson now with 4 points. 19-16 your score. On the court for the Tornadoes, Seeley, Carter, Castle, Watson, and Blaynot. Martins, Huggins, Weatherspoon, Martinick, Jenny, and Thompson on the court for the Pride. And Martins at the line here. First free throw is good. This will be the Pride's 7th free throw attempt. They're 6 of 6 thus far, so perfect from the line. Tornadoes have attempted just 3 free throws. Second free throw up and good, so 7 of 7. And Greensboro getting it done at the line. 6:25 to play here, half number one. Carter. Castle, 15 on the shot clock. Castle trying to push the action there, and Martinick Jean trying to keep up with them, the Greensboro native, and he's going to be calling for the foul. So free throws here as both teams are now in the bonus situation. Mason Sergi checks in, the sophomore from Ashburn, Virginia, for the Pride out of Broad Run High School. Meanwhile, Hayden Castle hit that big three-pointer at the free throw line. Offensive rebound off the missed free throw by Watson. Kicks it out to Seeley. Seeley finds Carter. Castle. Carter. Down low to Blaynot. Greensboro now pushing the action. Another fast break opportunity. And they have been very successful in those fast break opportunities. Martins with the finish there. And now 10 fast break points, just 2 for the Tornadoes. That's been a big difference in this one. 23-16 your score. Biggest lead of the game for Greensboro. Up by 7. 5:35 to play here, half number 1. Here's Watson. Carter. 6 on the shot clock. Carter, crossover dribble, just absolutely crossed up the Greensboro defender completely. Then Carter able to pull down his own miss. And that crossover got the crowd going here at the Bosch. And then great job defensively, Castle in particular. And now Carter pushing the action once again. Carter with the strong take, and he'll be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. Quincy Carter, ladies and gentlemen, creating a lot of electricity here at the Bosch. The junior guard from Decatur, Georgia, Collins Hill High School. And Quincy Carter. Carter with 4 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, and just a wicked crossover dribble the last time up the court. Misses that free throw, and then a foul underneath. It's going to be on Blaynot. So a foul rebounding off the missed free throw, so certainly don't like to see that. Meanwhile, free throws the other way. Sergi, as this bonus situation continues for Greensboro. First free throw up and no good. 5:09 to play here, period number 1. So double bonus now from here on out for Greensboro. Second free throw by Sergi is good. 24-18 your score. David Seeley, junior from Deltona, Florida. Deltona High School will reset the offense. Crawford. Carter. Watson. Back to Seeley. Tornadoes continue to work the ball movement around the perimeter. Seeley with the three-pointer there. It's no good. Back the other way. Here comes Martins. Big Euro step there. Crossover dribble of his own. Some high-flying excitement. .439 here to play first half action at the Boshamer Gymnasium. Second free throw there is good. So now an 8-point lead. Crawford, some nifty dribbling there. The runner, no good. Then Crawford able to come up with a loose ball. Bodies hit the floor. It's going to be a foul on the Greensboro Pride. Nice hustle there by Paris Crawford. So Crawford will be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. Crawford with 4 points thus far. This will be his 4th free throw attempt of the contest, 2 of 3 thus far. Free throw from Crawford, good. .422 to play here, half number 1. Tornadoes looking for their first win of the season after a couple of tight defeats. Went to overtime versus Swanee on the road this past Tuesday, and then on Friday, November the 12th, a 71-68 loss to Berry College that went down to the absolute wire. 4:05 to play here, half number one. Blaynot getting a hand in that passing lane. Strong take there along the baseline by Sergi. The finish by the sophomore. Crawford. Seeley tried to hand it off to Watson. And the foul is going to be on Greensboro. Watson's going to get a trip to the free throw line. So now the Tornadoes suddenly starting to get some more free throw opportunities. This will be their 8th free throw attempt coming up. Meanwhile, a timeout on the court, media timeout, 3:38 to play here. Half number one, 28-20, Pride on top. Back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, 28-20 your score, Greensboro on top. Leading scorer for the Tornadoes thus far, Paris Crawford with 6 points. Martins has led the Pride. He's got 13. Free throw there. Kind roll off the front iron for Watson, who now has 3 points. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded there by Huggins. Huggins pushing the tempo for Greensboro, and then the finish there. Grayson Collins, 6 points. Collins, the leading scorer for Greensboro thus far this season, 16.5 points per game average entering this contest. 3:08 to play here. And good look there. Seeley finding Carter underneath, and Greensboro fouls Carter. Sergi with the foul, so Carter will go to the line. Quincy Carter. Carter with 4 points, make it 5. Also 4 rebounds. Cassius Gary checks back in for Greensboro. As Sergi heads to the bench with 3 fouls. Second free throw off the mark there, rebounded by Collins. Collins has 5 rebounds to lead the Pride. 2:55 to play here, half number one. 3-pointer there off the mark. Here's Watson. Watson, nifty dribbling there. Defended by Collins. Crawford, Blaynot. Blaynot from downtown. It's no good. Tornadoes 2 of 13 from downtown. Greensboro 0 of 5. So neither team able to get it going from deep thus far. And both teams down the double bonus, so the free throw parade will continue here. And Huggins at the line now for the Pride. Huggins, the sophomore from Greensboro, North Carolina. One of 3 players on the Pride roster that lists Greensboro as their hometown. 2:30 to play here, half number 1. Greensboro possession continues. In heavy traffic there was Huggins, and then offensive rebound, second chance opportunity, and ultimately another trip to the free throw line. This will be the 14th and 15th trip to the line for Greensboro. And we still have 2:14 to play here, half number 1. First free throw there, good. So now 12 of 14, the Pride from the line. So shooting well from the line have been the Pride, taking advantage of these opportunities. Meanwhile, checking in, first look here, Sly White. White, the sophomore from Raleigh, North Carolina. Meanwhile, 33-22, double-digit lead, and the largest lead of the contest. Crawford, Blaynot dribbles to his right, finds Watson. Back to Blaynot finding Seeley. Seeley dishes it off to Crawford. 6 on the shot clock. Crawford. And that's going to be a traveling violation on Paris Crawford and turnover number 10 for the Tornadoes. 1:46 to play here, half number 1. Hill checks back in for the Pride. So back the other way, here come the Pride. Dribble to his left and then through traffic there. Well done defensively by the Tornadoes to converge in the paint. Make things difficult there for Huggins. And back the other way, here come the Tornadoes. Watson. Seeley. Defended there by Hill. Watson. 6 on the shot clock. Watson backing up his defender. Finds Crawford. 2 on the shot clock. And that's going to be a shot clock violation, turnover for the Tornadoes. So tip of the hat there for Greensboro on the defensive end. A tough break for the Tornadoes, the shot clock violation. And back the other way, here comes Greensboro. Under a minute to play now, half number 1. Turnaround jumper there, no good. And then off a Greensboro player, and it'll be Tornadoes basketball, 46 seconds to play. So if you really wanted to, you could try a 2-for-1 opportunity here. Seeley. Blaynot. Back to Seeley. Blaynot. Here's Watson. Watson finds Crawford. The corner 3 from Crawford's good. So count the basket to Paris Crawford. A timeout on the court, and Crawford able to drain that 3. Nice piece of offense there by the Tornadoes. To find the open Paris Crawford. Crawford leads the Nados with 9 points. The 3-pointer that you just saw there to go along with another field goal from the field, and then 4 of 5 shooting from the free throw line, Paris Crawford. Tornadoes shooting 33% from the field. Greensboro not much better, 35%. And both teams been struggling a bit from beyond the arc. After that Crawford three, Tornadoes now 3 of 14, Greensboro 0 of 5. But Greensboro's been getting it done on the free throw line, 13 of 15. So shot clock off, 22 seconds left to play here, half number 1. And Hill running the clock down with 4 seconds. He lets that fly, and it's good. And nice piece of offense there by Greensboro and Hill, and that'll do it for the first half. Your score at the half, Greensboro 35, Brevard 25. Back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, Greensboro with a 35-25 lead over the host Brevard College Tornadoes. Tornadoes led offensively by Paris Crawford with 9 points. Quincy Carter had 5. 3 points each for Seeley, Watson, and Castle. Leading rebounder for the Tornadoes was Carter and Blaynot, each with 5 boards. Greensboro, meanwhile, Martins led the way with 15 points. Also 5 rebounds. 7 points for Collins, 8 points for Brown. And Greensboro will start with the basketball, moving from left to right. And that ball out of bounds will remain Greensboro basketball. Well, Greensboro shot 37% from the field, 0 of 5 from the three-point line, 13 of 15 from the charity stripe. Meanwhile, the Tornadoes, 8 of 24, that's 33% from the field. They hit 3 three-pointers in 14 attempts, 6 of 11 from the stripe. Brown now in double figures with 10 points after that basket to start the second half. And largest lead of the game for the Pride, a dozen. Second chance opportunity there by Blaynot, and then a rejection there by Brown. Check that, actually, Williams going up high for that rejection. Then a three-pointer by Brown. So Brown with the first 5 points of the second half, and Pride have opened up their lead to 15. Nice little jumper there along the baseline there by L.B. Boyette. Be nice to see Boyette get going. Those are his first points of the contest. Boyette, along with several Tornadoes, playing much of that first half with 2 fouls. That's the second foul for Blaynot. So Blaynot, Reed, Carter, Boyette, Peters, and Crawford, all with 2 fouls. So we'll keep an eye on that situation as this second half evolves. Meanwhile, turnover there, 1 too many steps by Matthew Brown. So thus far, the offense for the Pride's been running through Brown. Meanwhile, Tornadoes trying to get things going on their end, and turnover there. Turnover number 12 for Brevard. 8 turnovers for Greensboro thus far. Driver along the lane there. Blaynot had the block, but second chance opportunity and finish by who else? Matthew Brown. Brown now with 15 points. He's got all the scoring for the Pride here in the second half. All 7 of the Pride's points have come via Matthew Brown. Brown averaging 11 a game thus far this season, already well above that with 15. Dribbling through traffic there is the leading scorer for Greensboro, Collins. Meanwhile, nice job on the glass there by David Seeley. Carter dribbling to his left. Scoop up, no good, but he'll get a trip to the free throw line. 17:51 to play here. A 15-point lead for the Pride on the Tornadoes' home court. Meanwhile, trip to the free throw line here for Quincy Carter. First free throw true, so Carter now with 6 points. Carter, the junior from Decatur, Georgia. Second free throw, no good. Now Carter with some defensive pressure, and then the steal and trying the reverse layup acrobatic attempt there by Carter. Meanwhile, Greensboro coming back the other way in the corner three, making the Tornadoes pay there. The corner three by Martins. He now leads all scorers with 18. Another difficult reverse layup, no good there by Seeley. Blaynot threw it off a Greensboro player there to continue possession for the Tornadoes, but the Greensboro offense suddenly coming alive here early in the second half. They've opened their lead up to 17. Just what the doctors ordered there. Three-pointer by Seeley. Cut the deficit back to 14. Timeout on the court. 17-10 to play. Greensboro 45, Brevard 31. So once again, congratulations to the women's basketball team. A big 96-59 win at Agnes Scott this afternoon. Big performance by Destiny Williams, the graduate student. She had 19 points. Also Shakira Thompson, 18 points, 6 three-pointers made. Taisha Washington, Lexi Shepard, and McKenna Parkins all in double figures scoring as well. Parkins with 14, Washington with 12, and Shepard with 10. And a big win for the Tornadoes and head coach Donald Hudson, 96-59 over Agnes Scott. Meanwhile, Greensboro with the advantage here, 45-31, but see if that David Seeley three-pointer can perhaps get the Tornadoes offense ignited. Under 17 minutes to play. Three-pointer there. Off the mark and rebound out of bounds. It'll remain Greensboro basketball. Well, Martins with 18, Brown with 15. So those two players have contributed to 33 of the 45 points for the Pride. And there's Williams that time, no good. Now pushing ahead, here's the Tornadoes. Seeley with the finish. Fast break there, well executed. Carter to Seeley for the finish. So Tornadoes, 5 straight points here after falling behind by 17 beginning of this second half. Three-pointer there by Collins, no good, but rebound by Williams. Fresh shot clock for the Pride. Collins off the mark there and bounces out of bounds. It'll be Tornado basketball. So nice job by the Tornadoes these last couple of times out of the timeout with these defensive stops. And so NATO's now trailing by 12. Have scored the last 5. Charles Reed. Boyette back to Reed. Was trying to do a bit of a give and go action with Boyette. Meanwhile, fast break finish there by Collins. Greensboro now with 20 fast break points. They have been getting it done in transition and making the Tornadoes pay on some of these turnovers and running up the court quickly. Here's Seeley again from 3. Just missing there. Another rebound for Collins. Collins now taking it strong. Reed getting a hand in it. It's going to be a jump ball situation. Brevard basketball on the possession arrow. 15:33 to play here. And timeout on the court. Media timeout. 47-33 your score. Greensboro on top of Brevard. Back to action here at the Moshmer Gymnasium, 47-33, Greensboro on top. Reed will handle the inbounds there for the NATOs, and Greensboro backs off defensively. Here's Boyette. Boyette backing up the defender. Trying a little low post game there, and Greensboro able to come up with a stop and a nifty behind the back dribble there. Mertens now from three, the corner three, no good. Brown missing that three. Been maybe a bit of a frustration foul by the Pride. 15:05 to play here, 47-33 your score. It's got that point differential where the Tornadoes have to be very careful not to let this deficit get too unmanageable. Here's Blaynott. Hands it off to Reed. Carter taking on multiple defenders, and the finish there, Quincy Carter in heavy traffic. He split three Greensboro defenders, picked up the foul, and he'll have a chance for an and one opportunity here. And perhaps that's the momentum that the Tornadoes need. That foul on Huggins, that's his third. Team foul number 3 for Greensboro, and the free throw up and good by Carter. So Quincy Carter able to sink that free throw, and Carter now with 9 points. He shares the team lead in scoring with Paris Crawford. Three-pointer there is good. Mertens, who else? He now has 21 to lead all scorers. He's been the hot hand this afternoon for the Pride. Fight for a loose ball there, ends up into the hands of the Pride, and then a contest at the rim. And it's going to be a foul actually off the ball there, it looks like. Thompson's second foul, team foul number 4 for the Pride. So just over 14 minutes left to play here, a 14-point deficit for the Tornadoes. Seeley, Boyette, Reed. Here's Boyette, strong take there. He'll get a trip to the free throw line. Meanwhile, team foul starting to add up here for the Pride. That's foul number 5, third foul on Thompson. And Boyette who did not score in that first half, trying to get things going here a bit in the second. The leading scorer in this contest for the Tornadoes on the season. Plott checks in for Greensboro, as does Michael Peters for the Tornadoes. Blaynott takes a breather. Free throw up and good there by Boyette. So Seeley, Reed, Boyette, Peters, and Carter, the 5 on the floor for the Tornadoes. 13-point Greensboro lead now. Three-pointer there, no good. Off the hands of Boyette, unable to reel in that rebound. So it'll remain Greensboro basketball. The ball did not hit rim, so 11 on the shot clock. And a shot clock violation. Good job defensively after the inbounds there. Boyette defending Brown tightly. Some good man-to-man defense. 13-18 to play here, period number 2. Seeley will run the point for the Tornadoes. Peters. Carter. From downtown with a hand in his face. It's good. Quincy Carter. First Tornado in double figures. He's got 12. And the lead cut down to 10 after that Carter three-pointer. Two teams have played evenly so far in the second half, 15 points apiece. That three-pointer rims out. Attempt from downtown by Collins. Collins has struggled a bit. Collins now 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Leading scorer for Greensboro entering this one. 12:38 to play here, period number 2. And another foul on Greensboro, so the team fouls continue to add up. Now 6 team fouls for the Pride. And Carter. Seeley. Hands it back off to Carter. Carter, bounce pass down low to Peters. Little bit of a hook shot there from Peters. And Greensboro comes back the other way. 12:20 to play here, half number 2. Backing down Peters, and then the strong finish by Platt. 52-40. Pride on top. Media timeout coming at the next stoppage. Carter. Carter finds Seeley in the paint. Seeley amongst the trees, unable to rattle that one home. And then a foul there by Quincy Carter. And timeout on the court, media timeout, 11:52 to play. Your score, Greensboro 52, Brevard 40. Back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, 52-40 your score, Greensboro on top. Greensboro's led by as many as 17 points in this one. Tornadoes have not led since midway through the first half. Foul there on Michael Peters. That'll be foul number 3 on Peters. Just the second team foul on the Nados. 16 fouls this half for Greensboro. Meanwhile, trip to the line here for Platt.
Let's go, Mason.
54-40 after those 2 free throws. 11:35 to play here, half number 2. Watson, and it's going to be a turnover on the Tornadoes' offensive foul. So Watson called for the foul there. Just his first, team foul number 4 on Watson. Huggins. Platt. Down low to Platt, and he's going to be rewarded with a trip to the line and one opportunity, and the Greensboro bench explodes. Now a 16-point lead. 11-12 to play here, half number 2. Free throw up, no good, rebounded by Watson. Just over 11 minutes to play. Carter. Dribbles to his left, hands it off to Peters. Peters, nice look there to find the open Carson Evans. And Evans able to make his first bucket of the contest. Great look there, finding Evans by Peters. Now up the other way, Evans pushing the tempo, and Tornadoes will get a trip to the line here. Boyette will get the trip to the free throw line. Boyette the sophomore from Charlotte, Queens Grant High School. And Tornadoes now have even the free throw attempt number with Greensboro at 18. Greensboro's committed 7 fouls this half. Greensboro's made 15 of the 18 free throws. Tornadoes 11 of 18. Meanwhile, loose ball there. Evans comes up with it and then stripped away by the Pride. And it's going to remain Tornadoes basketball, but some great action there. Evans, you saw the quickness. Carson Evans. And Huggins. Some quick work from him on the defensive end as well. Here's Crawford. Crawford squares up from 3. It's no good. Crashing the boards there. Watson and Castle. Check that, Watson and Peters. Meanwhile, back the other way. Here comes Greensboro. Out of bounds. Turnover. That fast break opportunity did not work in Greensboro's favor, but they have gotten it done in that department. Meanwhile, here's Evans. Evans dribbles to his right. Peters. Carter. Bounce pass, trying to get it back to Peters, but steal there for Brown and the Pride. Nice job by Carter to make things difficult on Collins, and that'll be Tornado basketball. Good defensive effort in transition these last 2 times down the court by the Tornadoes, so seeing some improvement in the fast break defense. 9:35 to play here, second half. Evans. Carter. Guarded by Hill. Try to find Watson. Quick hands by Brown. 9:25 to play. Castle checks in for the Nados. Checking out, Quincy Carter. Meanwhile, Watson with the inbounds from side out. Here's Evans. Evans. Crawford. Crawford beats his defender off the dribble, and then the finish in the lane. Nice job there on the offensive end by Crawford. Lead is 10 for Greensboro. Offensive rebound there. Second chance opportunity yet again. So 2 offensive rebounds on this trip down the court, and then Collins makes the Tornadoes pay with that 3-pointer. 59-46. After the Collins 3, Greensboro on top. Back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. 8:54 to play here, half number 2. Tornadoes trailing by 13. Crawford able to keep that ball in play. And turns around and rattles that one home. Paris Crawford now with 13 points to lead the NATOs. Carter has a dozen. The only 2 Tornadoes in double figures. 8:25 to play here, half number 2. And foul there underneath. Foul's going to be on Evans. Just his first, but team foul number 6. Weatherspoon will go to the line. And free throw by Weatherspoon off the back iron. Weatherspoon, the freshman from Hinesville, Georgia, Long County High School. Free throw up and no good. Rebounded by Peters. Watson. Defended there by Martins. Crawford. Evans in the corner. Castle. Peters. Back to Castle. 8 on the shot clock. Paris Crawford from downtown. It's no good. Castle crashing the boards. Pride come up with it. And back the other way. Here come the Pride. Hill to Collins, but then turnover. So Tornadoes once again getting back defensively nicely against the fast break, but need to get some scores on the offensive end if they want to cut into this deficit before time runs out on the Tornadoes. 7:43 to play here, half number 2. And no better friend for a team that's trailing than the free throw line, and that's where Evans will head now, but first we'll have a timeout on the court. 7:43 to play here, half number 2. Greensboro 59, Brevard 48. So free throws for Carson Evans, the sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, Butler High School. And Evans first free throw up and good. Evans now with 3 points. His first trip to the line this afternoon. Tornadoes now in the bonus, which could prove helpful. Second free throw good as well. 59-50 your score. So Tornadoes have cut this deficit, which was once 17 points, back into single digits. Been getting it done on the defensive end, but there's an answer from Matthew Brown. Brown now with 17 points, 7 of 14 from the field. Good mid-range jumper there from Brown. Tornadoes trailing by 11. Castle from 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Brown. Brown now with 6 boards. Alley-oop there. Brown connecting with Weatherspoon. And just like that, after the Tornadoes had cut this deficit to single digits, back-to-back buckets by the Pride, and then a miss there by the Tornadoes. So Pride open it back up to 13, and Weatherspoon with the slammer. Alley-oop pass from Brown, and then second chance opportunity finish there by Hill. So a 6-0 run after the Tornadoes cut the deficit to 9. 6:25 to play. Clock certainly an issue now for the Tornadoes, trailing by 15. Evans from 3. It's no good. Rebound there by Hill. Brown saw a player out of bounds, actually heading towards the scorer's table, thought it was a player in the field of play, and ball flies out of bounds. Tornadoes ball on the turnover. Meanwhile, timeout on the court. 6:06 to play here, half number 2. Greensboro 65, Brevard 50. Back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. Tornadoes trailing by 15. And Carson Evans running the point for the Nados. Boyette. Ball stolen away by the Pride. Here come the Pride on the fast break. And hard foul there. There'll be free throws for the Greensboro Pride. Ty Hill will go to the line. That foul was on Carter, his 4th, team foul number 7 on the Tornadoes. So free throws Hill. His first trip to the line. First free throw no good. That's the 21st free throw attempt for Greensboro. Just the 6th miss. Second free throw up and good. So now a 7-0 run and a 16-point lead for Greensboro. Hill with the quick hands once again with the steal and up ahead and a slammer. Weatherspoons had 2 of those on this 9-0 run by Greensboro. 68-50 now the score. Tornadoes had it cut to 9, but what an answer by Greensboro. Here's Carter. Miss there, rebound on the offensive glass by Peters. Then Carter with another rebound on the offensive board, missing the layup there. And back the other way, here comes Greensboro. That's going to go the Tornadoes' way off the turnover by the Pride. So 5:04 to play. Tornadoes trailing by 18. Currently a 9-0 run by the Pride. Crawford, Evans, Peters, Carter, and Boyette, the 5 on the floor for the Nados. Here's Boyette. Boyette into heavy traffic. Short jumper there, no good. And then off the hand of Boyette on the second chance opportunity. 4:50 to play here. Pride on top. Three-pointer there is good. Count it for Zach Mosier. So Mosier with his first score of the contest, and now a largest lead of the game, an 11-0 run. Check that, 12-0 run by the Pride. Peters finds an open Boyette. Boyette with the reverse layup, and that finally snaps the 12-0 run. Just over 4 minutes to play. Boyette able to snap that scoring run by Greensboro. Mosier with that three-pointer. Senior from Hinesville, Georgia. Now foul by Crawford. And that's going to be 3 free throws. The foul in the act of shooting a three-pointer. Meanwhile, media timeout on the court. 3:55 to play. 71-52, Greensboro in the driver's seat. So back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, and Martins 3 free throws here. He's the leading scorer in this one, 21 points. He's going to be able to pad to that statistical total here, make it 22 points. Martins, the senior from Charlotte Hickory Ridge High School, makes the first 2 of 3 attempts. And third free throw up and good. So 24 points for Martins. 3:50 to play here, half number 2. And Greensboro has exploded. A 15-2 run. Carter fighting hard near the rim area there. Josh McQuinn has checked in. Same with Jared Amrit for Greensboro. Boyette in traffic. And a foul in the act of shooting, so Boyette will have a pair of free throws. So Paris, Seeley, Carter, Boyette, and Peters on the floor for the Tornadoes. Mosier, Williams, McQuinn, Martinick, Jean, and Amrit for the Pride. And some subs here for the Tornadoes. Jalen Hall checking into the contest for the first time. Same with Marcel Manger. Pull-up jumper there, using the glass. (76-53). Tornadoes had cut it to 9. And some more subs here for the Tornadoes. Garrett Sutherland checking in, the freshman from Atlanta, Mount Pisgah Christian School. Also Jackson Earnhardt into the contest, the freshman from Boone, North Carolina, Jackson County High School. Three-pointer there by Hall. Rims out. Rebound by Peters. Here's Hall. 2:35 to play. And nice job there. Sutherland's going to earn a trip to the free throw line. Garrett Sutherland. Part of this strong freshman class for the Tornadoes. Well, the Tornadoes had cut it to 59-50 at the 7:43 mark. Then a 17-3 run. Blew this game open for the Pride. 12:27 to play here. Period number 2. Second free throw up, no good. And that'll be Greensboro ball. Back the other way. $2:15 to play here, half number 2. Corner 3, well off the mark there. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity finished by Martinick Jean. Sophomore from Grimsley High School, Greensboro, North Carolina. 1:53 to play here, half number 2. All Greensboro late in this second half. Pull-up jumper there, no good. Earnhardt battling for the rebound. Check that, that was Sutherland down low. And Sutherland will get another trip to the free throw line. Well, those free throws earlier by Sutherland. The made free throw earlier by Sutherland, the first career point for Sutherland as a collegiate player. So congrats to Garrett Sutherland, and looking to add to that total here at the free throw line, and makes the first of 2. Meanwhile, Noah Ford, freshman from Benson, North Carolina, West Johnson High School, checks in for the Pride. Second free throw up and good. So Sutherland, he had only played 6 minutes until today, and with his first points in a Tornado uniform. And then a rebound by Sutherland. Sutherland for downtown, it's good. So Garrett Sutherland has promptly made an impact. 6 quick points by Sutherland. Career high for Sutherland. And a promising freshman class for Lee Burgess's squad, no doubt about it. Guys like Sutherland and Earnhardt, Marcel Maget, Ryan Smith. Eli Kessinger's checked in, junior guard from Sumter, South Carolina, Thomas Sumter Academy. Kessinger with the white headband. 1:15 to play here, half number 2. Missed there by McQuinn. Here come the Tornadoes the other way. Earnhardt. Here's Hall. Kessinger. And a three-pointer there. Ryan Smith. Three-pointer there, no good. Up high for the rebound, Earnhardt, and shot clock off. Kessinger. Rejection there by Greensboro. Now Greensboro the other way, and they're going to dribble out the clock here, and that'll just about do it. And final buzzer goes off here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. Your score, Greensboro 78, Brevard 62. Hang with us here. We'll bring you all the final numbers on this Saturday late afternoon at the Boschmer Gymnasium. Greensboro 78, Brevard 62. Back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, your final score, Greensboro 78, Brevard 62. Greensboro able to outscore the Tornadoes 43-37 in the second half. They had a 10-point lead at intermission, 35-25. Greensboro shot 42% from the field, Tornadoes 33%. Greensboro made 5 three-pointers, Tornadoes 7. Free throw shooting was valuable for Greensboro, 19 of 25, that's 76%. Tornadoes 17 of 26. Each team with 19 turnovers. Greensboro got it done on the fast break, 21 fast break points. Also a 36-22 advantage points in the paint for the Pride. Brevard did win the battle of the bench points, 34-21. Well, Greensboro was led offensively by Kevin Martins. Martins with 24 points, was 12 of 12 from the free throw line, 5 field goals, 2 three-pointers, also had 5 rebounds. Collins, 11 points, 9 rebounds. Brown, 17 points, 7 rebounds. Tornadoes led offensively by Paris Crawford, 13 points. He was 4 or 5 from the line. Quincy Carter with 12 points, 8 rebounds. Michael Peters had 7 boards. Blaynot had 7 boards as well. Other scorers for the Tornadoes, 8 points for David Seeley, 8 points for L.B. Boyette. Peters had 2 points. Evans with 4 points. Watson and Castle and Smith each with 3. And Garrett Sutherland off the bench in 2 minutes scored 6 points. His first points in a Tornado uniform. Well, this game was a 9-point ball game. And the Tornadoes had cut the deficit to 59-50 after 2 made 3 free throws by Carson Evans at the 7:43 mark. And the Greensboro went on a tear from that point forward. A 17-3 run opened this game up. And Greensboro at one point led by 24, and that actually really made the difference there. That big scoring run late in that second half by the Greensboro Pride. Well, second win of the season for Greensboro, and the Tornadoes, meanwhile, still looking for their first win. Couple tough losses, very tight against Berry College and Swanee. The Swanee game, an overtime loss, so Tornadoes still looking for that first victory of the season. They'll be looking to do that when they're back in action on Tuesday, November 30th at Bob Jones. That's in Greensville, South Carolina. Road games then at Emory and Henry and Warren Wilson. And then back at home versus Berea on Saturday, December the 11th here at the Boshemer Gymnasium. Do want to recognize the Brevard College women's basketball team. The women's basketball team with a big win today at Agnes Scott. Congratulations to them. And also Tornadoes cyclocross in action this weekend down in Hendersonville. Well, want to thank all those who made this broadcast possible. On the camera, Jocelyn Falkers. Behind the scenes, Joseph Marvin, amongst others. Jamarcus Walker getting it done on the statistical end. And want to thank you, the viewer, wherever you may be tuning in from. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell for all the notifications here for the YouTube channel, Brevard College Tornadoes. Well, your final score for the final time from the Boshemer Gymnasium, Greensboro 78, Brevard 62. Very pleasant rest of your evening. Go Tornadoes.